Head Brewery, Sam Calagione.
It's been a long, strange, but wonderful trip.
From the Boston Beer Company, Jim Cook. Welcome back to the Friday Beer Buzz, Jim.
Well, it's nice to be back.
Here normally from Aberdeenshire in Scotland. From Brewdog, we have James Watt and Martin Dickey. Welcome to the show, guys.
Biggest mission today is just to make other people passionate about your favorite craft beers as we are.
And now, the three-time winner of the Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters Excellence in Broadcasting Award. The recipient of 2 Pennsylvania Associated Press Broadcasters Association Awards for Excellence, promoting and advancing the craft and microbrew culture in Northeast PA. This is another edition of the Friday Beer Buzz.
Woohoo! The Friday Beer Buzz, powered by Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar in Exeter. The area's greatest selection of rare craft and imported beers, growlers and crowlers, and 37 rotating drafts at Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar, Wyoming Avenue in Exeter. Lindo Sabatini is in, and he's got a beautiful boxed beer.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. I gotta say, I'm sorry, before we get to anything else, Bill, good morning. I just gotta say, I imagine back in the Old West when they first started to go, we could do better than bottles. Someone's like, here's my new packaging for alcohol. It's so fancy and artistic. Like, it looks Old Western to me. It's so fancy, and I love this thing.
I mean, the beer comes in as nobody can see what we're looking at.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Thank you.
The beer comes in a nice decorative box, but, it's normal for Scotch or different whiskeys. But for beer, you don't see it too much.
This is special, and it smells delicious, and I cannot wait to partake. But first, we got to get to Bill from mybeerbuzz.com. Hi, Bill.
Hey, happy Friday. I was just talking to Johnny, and we're going to take his new 2021 Blazer and his $2.5 million, and we're going to drive over to Ireland, and we're going to buy Celtic women.
Well, there's a new Celtic woman, by the way.
I know, we were discussing that.
Don't tell me who it was. I refuse the name. Johnny's been trying to force this name on me. No, I don't want to know.
We're not going to buy the actual women. We're going to buy the touring group.
Are you a big fan? My husband always stops, when it's on VIA, he always stops and watches.
I like Irish music. I am not, I'll have to admit, I'm not a Celtic woman fan.
Oh, well then, what the heck are you talking about?
Hang up on that man now! He's obviously
John Lucas is ready to hang up on you. All right, anyway. So we'll talk beer news.
Yeah. We have a little bit of beer news, and we're gonna forgo the beer news and skip the beer buzz this week, because anyone in the beer world knows that just this past weekend, what has got to be the biggest single beer event in the world each year is GABF, the Great American Beer Festival. And every year at that festival, they award medals to people, and those medals really change breweries and change careers for brewmasters. So let's run it down. We'll just run down a few of the stats. I always think the stats are fun. So the GABF competition stats, this is the 36th time they have held this competition. There are now 9,904 different beers being judged in 177 different beer styles from 2,154 breweries from all 50 states, including D.C. and Puerto Rico. To do this, it takes 235 judges and 310 volunteers, and the average number of beers in each category is 99. It's almost 100 in each category, and I'm not even going to throw it out there for the guests because it's an easy answer. The highest number of entries in GABF in any one category was 423, and as you might guess, that's the American-style IPA category. They awarded 300 medals, including they do a Pro-Am competition and they do collaboration medals. There are 268 different winning breweries, 301 first-time GABF entrants, 18 first-time winners, and the most entered category that we already mentioned, the American-style IPA, the bronze went to Hop Fu from North Park, who, by the way, also had the most medals in the competition. The silver went to Dankster Squad from Rip Beer, also in California. And the gold went to More Dodge, Less Ram, coming out of Comrade Brewing Company in Denver, Colorado. And every year we always set aside some time to talk about the PA and local breweries that won. I can say we don't need a lot of time this year. because there were only 2 winners from the state of Pennsylvania. New Ridge Brewing in the Philadelphia area won Roxborough Gold is the name of the beer, but they won a bronze for that. It's a Munich-style Helles. And finally, Grist House Craft Brewing in Pittsburgh, their 8th anniversary reserve gold, won a gold medal, and that is in the wood and barrel aged strong stout category. So congratulations to all the winners. I'm sure we will feature many of these beers on the show to come.
Just as more of a personal thing, and I hope I don't put you on the spot and confuse you. Where did Keystone Light rank?
You know what?
I'm kidding.
No. We do joke. There is an American light lager category, and traditionally every year that category is won by big beer, whether it's Miller Lite or Bud Light or one of the mainstream big beers. So
I don't know what year it was, but Natty Ice actually did win a gold medal. No, seriously, in cream ale maybe 6 years ago. Yeah. So it has happened.
So what you're saying is stop being a mocking jerk and actually.
I didn't say that.
I'm feeling it now.
You can do that. No.
It just seemed like that was the beer of choice when we were underage and had no money and friends is cheap. But, well, thank you. That's interesting stuff. And anyway, Bill, I'm sad you're not here because this seems like a fancy beverage we're about to.
This one is really up my alley. This is awesome.
Should I do before and after pictures of my chest? Because I feel like I'm about to grow chest hair.
When you were talking about the Friday morning beer buzz coming up soon, and you said there's not enough beer for me to get drunk.
This is it.
I was making faces at you because this is
a heavy duty.
This is a hitter. This is from Terrapin Brewery. This is it's a series that they used to do called Ales from the Wood. This is Richland Reserve Volume Number 2. They released this in 2017. It's 11% alcohol.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take a sip.
And
it's 11% alcohol in 2017. In these bottle conditioned and barrel aged beers, yeast remains on board with it, and many times they will go up from there. So this starts at 11% ABV, so it is a big beer.
Yeah, it's delicious, and this is not a chugging beer. This is a sip and enjoy.
I'm really enjoying this beer. It's a nice. This is giving you the warm feeling in your tummy.
I was literally about to say I'm not feeling it. I usually feel it in my chest, but I'm not feeling it. I took this voice all of a sudden.
I took this out of the fridge at 7:30 this morning. All right, so it's for me it's still a little too cold for what this is. So you're tasting these flavors now at this temperature. I mean, if we were hanging out and sitting around and just chilling, as this warms up, you'd see different flavors that would start to show when your tongue's not being
If
frozen.
A little warmer, it would be.
Oh yeah, you'd see more. But the base beer of this was a beer in there. They have a chocolate stout called Moohoo, so they had a version of that called the Tiramisu. So the tiramisu stout, so it's a tiramisu version. So then they took the tiramisu flavors and then they aged this in a rum barrel from a distillery in Virginia called it's a Richland distillery that does rum, and it sat for I think 20 some months. So then you start to take the flavors of that rum and you're mixing it with the rest of the beer, which is I think is fantastic. But what this is this was released in 2017. And we hung on to this, and we have it aged in our cellar. So then, as time goes on, the beer does change. I mean, I wish it was possible to show you against a fresh one, but this hasn't been made again.
Right.
So it mellows out. You start to get those flavors.
It's tasty. I love it.
Yeah, it's really like a nice flavor to it. It is warm. I feel it now, though.
The basic idea here was that today is National Dessert Day, so we were looking for sort of a dessert stout and to talk about barrel aging, which I think is really important in the beer world. And this beer was actually, as Linda mentioned, it's Tiramisu, and it's an imperial milk stout from 2015, and it was aged 22 months. And let me throw some things out and see if you taste dates, caramel, toffee, coffee, maple, pecan, vanilla, coconut, and how about boozy? I'm sure you're getting boozy.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, no, and yes. No, yes.
He doesn't taste the coconut because you would have known that, right?
It's really good.
I get coffee. I get coffee, and there's some.
I get some caramel.
There's like sweet dried fruits, whether I don't know.
I was
the
thinking
difference
cherry,
between
but-
dates and figs.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I get the cherry there too, but it's probably a combination of the coffee balancing off of the dates.
Right.
It sounds smart at least.
Your palate.
For 11%, it's smoother than you would think for 11%.
Yes.
It is. It doesn't bite.
We had their brewmaster, Spike Bukowski. He was one of our very first sort of big phone guests that we had on the show. We've had Spike on 7 different times over the years. And ironically, we're talking about GABF medals. Terrapin started in 2002, and they really weren't on the map. And that year, they had a beer called Rye Pale Ale that won GABF gold, and it was a blast off from there. They've really become a very, very big brewery.
Hey, Bill, before we go any further, so I want this beer. I'm saying this is my recommendation. You go to Sabatini's.
Oh, yeah.
You go in, you go, I heard this on the radio. Where's that beer in a box? Is it up front? Is it back? You have it, how's this going to work? 'Cause I want to get one.
It'll be on the shelf with all the other Terrapin beers, but it'll also be on the front counter right next to the Beer of the Week WILK sign.
So he has them out there for you
Oh, yeah,
right when you're
they're
coming
ready.
in. And this is this looks like it would be a fabulous Christmas holiday gift
Oh,
to
yeah.
bring along to, like, if you're going to Thanksgiving or if you're doing something together for the holidays.
When you walk into a beer sharing with this beer, it's gonna the box automatically says this is something pretty cool.
Oh, I forgot I need that box because
You
I
need
gotta
those.
I gotta get the name.
About Spike
right.
Bukowski, quick fact: the guy has a fantastic tracksuit collection.
Does he tracks
Oh,
it?
so it is that Spike Bukowski.
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you that the 2 or 3 times I met him, he was always wearing a different fantastic tracksuit.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, then me and him have something in common on Sunday. No
This is
mask.
fabulous. All right, so the beer is Terrapin Ales from the Wood Richland Reserve. It is fabulous. It is tasty, and well, you didn't drink it all yet, right, Jason?
No, I
Because
drink
if you
this
did,
one.
I'm not going to get much work out of you the rest of this day. But thanks, Bill. We'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Have a good weekend.
Have a
too.
great weekend. All right.
You'll know if I finish this beer because you'll hear me in there going, Nancy, you're my best friend. I'll sound like a Muppet for some
I'm
reason.
like it. You know what? It
you.
reminds me very much of, too, like, I'm a big one into 3 Philosophers and bringing that for the holidays, but this box and this beer is just fantastic. So get it today at Sabatini's Terrapin Ales from the Wood Richland Reserve. It's at Sabatini's, and the Friday Beer Buzz, powered by Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar in Exeter, the area's greatest selection of rare craft and imported beers. Growlers and crowlers and 37 rotating drafts. At Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar, Wyoming Avenue in Exeter, the Friday Beer Buzz, bringing good beers and good people together.
It's making my cheeks